Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to brand video. Welcome back to the channel, bruh. So, I see we got here in the building, bro. Listen, it's part 2 to the Louis Tomlinson newest interview. You guys, bro, if we ain't get blocked, bro. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, we ain't get blocked. So, anyways, man, people want part 2. I'm bringing you guys part 2 for sure. And, yeah, man, we're gonna react to the whole thing. It's just gonna, be in multiple parts. So, I think, like, today, man, I might, like, check. I got, like, 20. We might go to the halfway mark, probably. Ooh, these got the higher ups in it, bro. So I'm guessing stuff was getting juicy right around here, bro. So anyway, man, we finna check this thing out. We just finna keep watching, bro. If you guys know the channel, though, hey, consider that subscribe button down below. I know we have 30,000 subscribers and that, though. Hey, let's check the thing out, bro.
That was emotional, man. That was probably one of the most emotional.
If you guys want part 1, there you go, right there. See, it popped up for you. And if it didn't pop up, I forgot. But I only reacted to 2 videos today, so I should remember. I promise.
Times I've had on stage, really. It was amazing. He just beaming. He was so excited to be there.
Oh, he's gonna remember that forever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did he give you a review afterwards? Did you ask him how you were?
I did, and I think he just kind of shrugged his shoulders and was like, "Yeah." But it's funny because I remember having a similar experience with my younger sisters and. Young kids, their understanding of all this world it's interesting because it's only now Freddie's been to that show that he understands that not everyone's dad does what I do.
Of course.
It's always been normal to him. And it was the same with my younger sisters. It was always normal to them. It's not until they kind of get amongst, like, you know, other friends and other families that they understand that maybe this is a little bit more abnormal than, you know, the average life.
Does seeing him in that venue help add to your definition of success today?
I mean, subconsciously, yes. When you ask the question, of course. But instinctively, I've always been pretty good at there's a split in the middle. There's my professional life and there's my personal life. And success, although the word will overlap across the two, it's not in those moments, like it I'm trying to find the right words, but it doesn't really. When I go, for example, when I say on this tour I've just done, we'll do like a maybe 6-week run on, like, maybe over Europe, and then I've had my work hat on the whole time, and then I'll come back and I'll come spend a couple of weeks with Freddie, and it does feel like I kind of take that work hat off, put my dad hat on, and the two of them are kind of separate, and I kind of love it for that reason.
Yeah, like basically saying, like, boom, I just went to work, but I came back home, I put my YouTube cap on. We gotta say the intro, you know. I can't say the intro at work, but I say that intro on the cam, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, then it makes sense, though. 100,000.
I think it's needed, too.
Yeah.
It's also healthy.
Yeah, well, true, yeah. But it gives me a moment in my life that, you know, unfortunately, depending on your interpretation, there isn't a load of normality in my life. So those moments, I cherish those moments, you know, like those dead normal moments of just taking him to the park, which, by the way, I fucking love because people watching over here in LA is a sport, man. It's fucking funny, that shit. So, like, you know, I'll take my son and me best mate, he works for me and he's out here with me as well, so we'll go together and we'll take him to the park. Some of the conversations you're privy to, like some of these, like, young parents over here, they are just, I don't want to say they're mad, but they do chat some funny shit. So I get some mild entertainment out of it as well.
I'm assuming you don't fit in with the dad group?
Do you know what? I swear to God, like, maybe, fucking hell, it was dead-eye pitch, isn't it? If there's, like, maybe 40 parents in the park, there's only ever really 2 or 3 dads that I see there. But no, I'm not in the dad crew yet, waiting to be invited.
I mean, you are in your 30s now. We're getting up there.
And I've got,
holy mac, and that's crazy, bro, because time be flying, man, you know what I'm saying? But still, though, it's crazy. That man getting back to 30s, bro. Holy mac. But y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Every time you got to do stuff, man. You can't be talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this day, or I'm gonna do this day, because time gonna pass you by. You get 30 years old, you be thinking, like, man, you start having a breakdown. You like, oh shoot, I'm 10 years off 40. I need to do what I always want to do, and then you still be putting that stuff off. Stop it. get some help, and get on your ass. Like, you do it, bruh. Stop being lazy. When I ain't got my glasses on, I be in trouble, man.
Grey hair, so I might as well just join the club. Yeah, I'm an old man. I never wanted to say this.
But you keeping a division between home and show and work, that does also allow you to be a rock star, and
it does.
You are doing a rock and roll show up there.
Well, that's another good thing about it, definitely. Yeah, man, this tour has been like, the shows obviously have been amazing, the crowds have been amazing, but actually everything else that comes with that, there's been a lot of drinking this year, but loads and loads of fun at the same time, man. In my opinion, obviously it's about balance to a degree, but that's how touring should be done, man. It's got to be a bit boozy.
And the confidence you're exuding, it shows. I see photos of you on the barricade.
Vodka Red Bull's powerful, man.
You allow people to touch you.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. Sometimes it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, grab a daggum shirt like this right here, and come here, look, they be grabbing that man, boy. God, stretch that. See, yeah, I'm over here stretching out my shirt right now, bro.
You've been choked.
Yeah, do you know what that happened at like one show, and then like, I swear, like every other show now, someone's got their hand on my neck. It got a little bit weird when someone grabbed me dick one show, and like that was a little bit extra. That was a bit too much.
Somebody was warning. That's all that was.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, even when, like, I don't even know if I should be advocating this, but like, without going specific into whatever they do when I'm down there, the feeling that I get when I walk out for the first song and I see the crowd for the first time, that's like 1/10 of the feeling of what I feel when I go down into the pit, because it's just like, it's like that feeling just kind of bottled up and it just gets kind of thrown over you, and there's so much energy, there's so much like intensity in those moments. By far my favorite part of the show.
It is gross seeing people stick their fingers in your mouth.
That was weird.
I mean, John, bro, you know one thing I was thinking like, bro, if I get like him and I freaking go crowd surfing. Y'all know what crowd surfing is? You jump in the crowd, you surf, bro. I would absolutely, bro, cause that junk is not nothing to play with, bro. You ain't never had nobody stick their finger up your butt. Like, bro, hold up, bro. Pause all that. Pause, please. Check me out, though. I'm not done talking. But, like, you ain't never had nobody, like either it was your brother playing something, bro. Like, they, like, obviously with pants on. Come on now. But, like, they stick their finger, bro. And, like, you just, like, bend up super quick or something. Like, or if you bent over, like, somewhere and they do it, bro, like, you gotta lean up real quick, bro, and you hit your head, bro. But still, it's like, bro, crowd surfing, somebody do that shit, boy, I'm telling you right now, bro, somebody will be getting kicked right in the head, bro. Because it's like, bro, you already on crowd, so if somebody do that motion right there, it's always that instinct to always clench and to get out of there. So it's like, boom. Okay, you do that if you want to. Boom. Somebody kicked on their head. Cool. Because I'm coming straight down at a appropriate human angle. And out of there. We going back to the stage, bro, because it's like, that's a thing, bro. Like, come on, man. Somebody out here, that's a powerful move, bro, if you want to get, telling you, bro. Telling you. That shit. And it'll make you mad quick, too, bro. Telling you, bro. Play, bro.
You seen that? Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I think I watched the video. I thought that was the mic or something. Like, I looked a little bit confused in that moment. I don't even remember it. That's another thing. Once you're down there, it all happens so quick and it's so chaotic. Yeah. Like, I remember watching that video, but I don't even remember it happening.
But that energy does make you it changes perspective as it relates to music and impact and like really understanding who you're performing to. It is wild.
Definitely, yeah. Not quite got round to fully immersing myself in the crowd yet, but maybe next tour.
I mean, to be honest, they're getting very personal and handsy. Like, watch your hands, like a little bit. Right? Like, that's.
Yeah, no, it gets intense. I will say, across South America, different gravy. Like, it was amazing / scary at the same time. Like, yeah, incredible. I had a shirt ripped off me. My shirt, nice fucking Burberry shirt as well it was. Button up. That was my first mistake. I went with the button up shirt and I went down and they literally just pulled it from me and just completely ripped it to shreds.
That'd be crazy.
That's a weird experience, though. It must be different because with One Direction, you guys never got to get that close to the crowd, did you?
No, I think that there might, like, I feel like in the earlier days, I personally did do a bit of that. I mean, I don't know on what song. Like, you hardly get down on What Makes You Beautiful to immerse yourself in the pit, but maybe. But yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I could probably count on one hand how many times I had an experience even remotely similar to that. But it's by far the best part of the show, and I've seen some of my fans kind of speculating, like, why does he like that? It looks like scary and intense and whatever, but that's kind of why it's exciting. There is an element of danger to it that makes it feel really fucking just amazing. And they, like I said before, like, if you think you understand what a feeling of adrenaline is, like, that is like a times 10 in that moment. It's unavoidable. It's on top of you almost.
Rock and roll?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Did touring this past album, Walls, did that change your perspective on the music you make moving forward?
Hell yeah. I mean, I may answer that for him. Yeah. If you got, okay, he made the songs in the album. I mean, he made the songs in the studio where it was like kind of quiet, you know. But once you get out there and like once you like get out there on stage and then, you know, your song is literally like magnified over voices of hundreds of people voices, bro. That'll alter your mind and be like, okay, this song did this in the crowd. Okay, well, let's change. You know, like my next song will be, you know, it'll alter for sure. Like, because it's like stage presence gonna do it for real.
Basically, what I feel like I did on this tour was I carried the energy of this new album, Faith in the Future, but obviously I only had Walls songs to perform because one thing we realised when we put the set together is there's not a load of tempo on Walls, so my band had to kind of create these interesting live moments. But I would say almost in reverse. I wouldn't say it's kind of influenced the music I was gonna make. Maybe the live moments, maybe being in those live moments and kind of getting a very literal example for what those moments feel like, I'm sure affected me subconsciously within the writing.
There were also songs that you performed on tour that didn't make it to the album.
Yeah.
Like Change.
Yeah.
Why is that not on there?
Do you know what? I'm sure other songwriters can relate to this. I've got this funny feeling about old, in inverted commas, songs, and especially songs that didn't make the cut for something. So Change was in between Walls and Faith in the Future, but I think I wrote Change maybe 2 or 3 months, 4 months maybe after releasing the first record. It just feels like a moment in time. It's not that I don't think it's good enough for this record, because I do, but it also feels like a moment in time. It feels less appropriate to be on this album. It almost acted as like a transitional song between album 1 and 2. Interesting.
So, but like, what was its purpose on tour?
Well, I did a similar thing with one of my songs, Copy of a Copy of a Copy, and and I think originally the intention was just to play.
Bro, that's a long title name. Now I think about it. Why he didn't just say a copy cubed? A copy of a copy of a copy. Holy Mac, a copy of a copy. Nah, bro, that joke was a copy of a copy of a copy. Holy Mac. What the heck? That's a long... Like, bro, you think about it, you're like, bro, that thing is, like, abnormally long, bro.
Play something new. I didn't know if it was going to make it on the record or not. But also, there's a lot of bands that I grew up loving. Like, that's how they would trial their new music.
Yeah,
that's the
totally.
old school way to trial music. Get a very literal example of, do people like it or do they not? Do you see them moving? Do you see them bopping their head? Does it make them feel something?
And are you
Hey,
taking
yo,
tally of that while you're doing the song?
You're trying to. I would say that when songs don't hit as well, and there was one on tour that we cut, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, that's when you feel it, because I'm so blessed to have such an amazing atmosphere 99.9% of the time, and when that dips just 1%, you can kind of feel that on certain songs. And actually, and the fans may disagree with me on that, but but I never felt the same reaction to Change that I did Copy of a Copy. That's why I started to take it out the set, and then in the end, it was never going to make the new record anyway, to be honest. It was a moment in time. Not that I'm done with it, but I feel like I've moved on since then.
So those songs are a moment in time. Are the songs that make up this album more of a timeless air to it, energy to it?
No, I wouldn't say so. There is something about the fact that, because there's other songs, they're like demos that, you know, cross the first record and the second record, that it's once they don't make the cut that you've made your mind up on them. It's like people have mentioned I've been asked on this kind of promo run, were there songs on Walls that you didn't include in the album that you might include on this one? But, you know, there's a reason they're not on the first record.
No, you sell those to other artists, right?
exactly. So yeah, I don't really know. I do think it's a moment in time. I don't necessarily have that feeling about. Well, I was going to say I don't have that feeling about Walls, but I do to a certain degree. I think every album is a moment in time. And especially because as artists, we're constantly evolving, constantly growing. From every song you write, you feel like you learn a bit more. So yeah.
When we look back 20 years, 30 years, by we, I mean you, and you listen to this album, what do you think you're going to be able to hear? What images will come to your mind?
I think it'll be, you know.
Honestly, truthfully, bro, that just gonna depend on what vibe you was going through at that time of your life. For sure, cause like, bro, I be having some songs that I be listening to, I be like, okay, shoot. Back when I used to listen to this song, I used to have problems keeping my underwear clean. It always had doo-doo stains in it. Or, you know, you'll be like, bro, okay, I listened to this song right here, and at that time, for instance, right, my car got in a wreck, like, what, come on now, back last week of July, I got my car back, like, what, 2 weeks ago, something like that, 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it's like the songs I was listening to at them periods, I was like, okay, boom, when I was listening to these songs at this time, I didn't have my car. Got my car back now, though, you know what I'm saying, Koala Cam, back of the road, Koala Cam is back, booming. For sure.
If I often try and think of my career as like a 5-album thing. Hopefully longer, but like I'm trying to look into the future long term on that. I think it'll probably be something that I look back on and say that was the moment that I kind of took control myself musically and really owned my own taste.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that redirects everything you do moving forward.
Definitely. Yeah,
man,
changes the intention.
It's one direction,
Yeah.
bro.
So
Like what?
What is the intention of this album?
Honestly, to be able to sell another tour. To be able to carry on touring, and that will be ask me in 3 years, but I doubt that will change. That's the most important thing to me, is to be able to have these amazing live moments. Because why I love tour, there's so much, I don't want to call it bullshit, but there's so much mystery in my life. Let's say a radio station will say, if you come in and do this interview for us, we might play your record. And then they don't, you know.
Oh, yeah. Breaking news.
Or whatever it might be, you know, a press opportunity or conversations with the record label. All these things where there is an element of mystery. Whereas, and you're hoping that people are going to kind of honour their word. Whereas what's amazing about tour is it's black and white. What you see is what you get. If I come off stage at the end of that show and feel like I gave most of the people in there a good night,
that's it.
Then I've done well. And that it's as simple as that. And that's
it's
what
in your
I
control,
love about
too.
it. I love that
W
shit
man.
that it's. I'm not trying to read between the lines. There's a very, very literal black and white example of a yes or no answer to the question. Did I have a good night? Did you guys have a good night? Yes, easy as that. Whereas sometimes conversations with radio, record label, etc., you're always reading between the lines, you know?
Oh yeah, and it's a cycle, and they're beating around the bush, and they're never giving you straight answers, and ultimately, like, it leads to nowhere.
Yeah.
But and it's also, those are things that are out of your control.
That too, and they always be yes mans. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, for prime example, this man might not never tell Louis that he got a bad song on his album, or a song that he wasn't really feeling. He gonna tell him that the whole thing fire. And you know, I say this to say this. I say that to say this. You can't be hanging around these yes mans, bro. You can't do it. Because they're not being honest with you. These, keep in mind, guys, the yes mans be the type of people, bro, you be stanking. And you go up and talk to a girl, and you wonder why the girl curved you. Well, bro, he gonna wait till he go home and take out his clothes to realize that he was stinking the whole time, bro. But his friend ain't never tell him. That's an L man's, bro. For sure. You gotta let these people know, bro. That's why I tell you guys these songs be trash. I ain't got no problem with it. But you gotta watch out for these yes mans, bro. If you got yes mans, bro, hang it up. Hang it up. Test them on stuff. All you gotta do is this, bro. And I always be testing my peoples, bro. What I do is I ask them something I know the answer to. You know what I'm saying? Do something that you know is trash. You know, whether it's a drawing, if you draw something, send it over to your friend. Be like, hey, do you think this look good? Whatever the case is. And they say yes, and you know it's trash. They are yes mans, bro. Hang it up.
Troll. You can't account
Exactly.
for whether or not a radio programmer or some label executive is going to champion something. You don't know. But what you do know is that you can go to X city, you can hang out with X amount of people, you can create an experience that will last these people a lifetime, and an experience that you'll carry with you for a very, very long time.
Yeah, and that, just picking up on what you said there, that, you know, the experience that, or the memories that people are having at these shows, that's something that this year's taught me, and that's also given me a load of confidence, is because I've been able to look into people's eyes, especially on the front few rows, of what these shows actually mean to them, and what these songs mean to them.
Maybe crying,
and, you know, I haven't necessarily
all
heard
tight.
it in words, but I felt it from them. And that's given me a load of confidence on this tour. That's something that I didn't really fully understand before this year. I had an idea, but in terms of the level of importance, and you really do feel that, especially since COVID and we all missed live music and we wanted for those moments. Now they came back, and I just felt this, just dead proud, man. Dead proud to be able to create these moments for people, definitely.
That will last them forever. And a
hope so.
community that you've cultivated for a very long time. That really, they're brought together by this music. You're big on interpretation, so you don't want to go into the meanings of records, which I totally respect as art.
Like,
you know,
Harry,
just like a
Harry
painting is
don't
in
want
the
to go
eyes
on
of
the
the beholder.
meanness.
Yeah,
Music is in the ears of the beholder.
Exactly, and what I don't want to spoil the surprise for someone. If someone has got an opinion on what a song means to them, and maybe it actually has a real weight emotionally, and they're like, this is what that means to me. And then if they ask me, and I was like, oh no, it don't mean that, it's just about something random.
Yeah,
It
we're
just
even
kill the dream. Do you know what I mean? So I do think it's important to keep those things close to the chest.
a song.
That man said they
I
killed
want to
the
go to One
dream.
Direction real quick, and I want to get back into the album. Home. Are you the reason that song ended up coming out? Because it wasn't on an album.
Do you know what? There's a couple of things in my career that the fans just give me credit for. Now, like I
You
said
wrote on that
before-
record.
You what?
You wrote on that record.
I wrote that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's a song that I really like. Did I push for it to be released? I've got a very, very stoner memory, so if I challenge myself for a second,
That man said a stoner
I don't
memory?
think so. I don't actually think so.
That's right,
Not
you
off
do
the
be
top of my
smoking.
head. I always liked that song, but yeah, that not to my knowledge.
Next question. That is a theory derived from fans. Have you been leaking your own records?
What? No, no. There was a time around Walls where I actually seriously thought about it, and it was where I kind of wasn't getting my own way creatively. Maybe single conversations weren't going my way, and I just thought, well, maybe I'll just put it out to the world. That's the luxury of having something like social media. Record labels think they're in control, but I could just put it out there.
Put
if I
that
want
whole
to.
out. Put it out. On that gang. On that gang.
I lost my train of thought, but I think I finished what I was saying. The stoner thing threw me. I just became one.
Cannabis has changed my life. It's an amazing
It's
drug.
fucking amazing, man. It's fucking amazing.
Really, truly.
Smoking. Now see, but that's a thing. Like, I do not be smoking gas. I don't do it, bro. Can't do it. That junk be high. You gotta be rich to smoke. You think about it, bro. My bank account looking very healthy. Thank you, God. Now it's not healthy as like I'm not no millionaire. No, sir. But it's like you know, pretty much I can get everything I want like right now. Besides I can't buy no, you know, lamp. You know, come on now, let's be real here. But like if I want to go out and buy some, if I had to urgently buy some emergency stuff, you know, blah blah blah, I can buy all that. You know, save your money, guy. That's another thing. Some of you guys are young. Save that money, man. Now what I was saying, weed. You gotta be rich to smoke, bro. You know how much that stuff be going for? But then on top of that, it's like, bro, you start stanking when you be smoking that, bro. And some people love the smell of it. Some people do. But man, when I went to that club, and you know how I told you about them clubs, bro? All the people up in there was smoking, bro, and that air stunk so bad to me. So smoking just ain't gonna be for me. And it's crazy because like some of my subscribers, they even told me like they be smoking. But will I do it? No, sir. At least I don't think so, man. That, you know, heck no, bro. Can't do it. I'm scared of it too, bro. I'm just so scared, bro. Because I heard like stories people get high for the first time and they just like flip out. You know, and then they be wanting the high to go away. Well, shit, man, you gotta wait on it now. You know, stuff like that, bro. I'm telling you, man. So it's crazy, and I ain't gonna leak nobody personal info, but just know, like, you know her, bro. She got quite a few subscribers, bro. She upload like compilations of their videos. You can put two and two together, but I talked to her in DMs and stuff, bro, and she be smoking, bro. And she sent me pictures of herself, bro. And man, she's valid, bro. I told her that. I was like, bro, you said on my new lock screen. I'm gonna flirt with her for a little bit, you know. But she valid, bro. I need to get her number. I need to FaceTime her for sure. I might. I'm a live stream. I'm a live stream tomorrow, bro. I might, you know, we can do the end, bro. Cause that'd be dope if I have her, you know, in the live and jump. Ooh, that'd be so dope, bro. So like, yeah, man, it's crazy. A lot of people actually smoke weed too. A lot of people do. Not me, man. I don't think it's for me, bro. I got stuff to do. You know, I can't be doing that stuff. And then too, like that just make you lazy too, bro. Think about it, bro. Them people that be doing that stuff, it don't mean want to do nothing, bro. Heck no, can't be me. I gotta run a YouTube channel. Weed ain't gonna run it. Koala Cam gonna run it, you know.
Giving me a whole new lease and perspective on how I operate.
It's great for perspective, man. Especially in my world, like you need to be able to switch off in my world, man. It's good for that shit, definitely.
It goes back to like being able to leave things at the door sometimes and like drawing that divide. Because even with like a work-life divide, it allows you to focus on life, which then in turn actually inspires the art you're making.
Definitely. And also those social moments, man, like when you're chilling together, like it's cool, man. It's lovely.
Community.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, Faith in the Future is your sophomore album, but does it really feel like a sophomore album for you?
Educate me. Is sophomore an American term?
Yes. So it means second album.
Second album.
But is it
Okay.
is it related to education, or am I just assuming that?
No. It is.
is.
You know, you're assuming
Sophomore,
correct.
10th grade.
Freshman, sophomore,
Okay.
junior, senior year of high school.
Okay, I'm learning. Okay.
So that's like between middle school and college.
Okay, cool.
But they always say there's so much pressure on a sophomore album, but for you, it's almost like it's not. It is, but it isn't.
And it was something I thought about going into the second album, because that is something that people say, and there's obviously a certain pressure with the second record. I think my situation is quite specific, and coming out of a band like One Direction obviously brings its own pressures to then the first record that you make. So it almost felt like in reverse for me. The thing is with, you know, new bands or new acts with their first album, sometimes they'll have a very clear identity, and then you've got to work out on the second record, do I evolve, do I keep the similar identity what I had before, etc, etc. Whereas with me, it kind of went the other way around. I took baby steps on the first record, or at least on half of it, in terms of, you know, showing who I want to be as an artist. And it wasn't until I kind of got through that whole process that I thought, you know, it's time to start fully kind of matching what I love in terms of taste in music. So I haven't felt. I felt much more pressure on that first record, definitely. Because there's and that's another thing with the tour. You know, that it's not that I don't feel like I can't lose right now, but if
You can definitely fumble a bag though. What I mean by that is just drop something that's just crazy. You know, but I highly doubt as long as Louis sticks to his same thing, and you know, cause he obviously cares about his music. But man, you see the artist, man, you be like, man, I absolutely love this album right here, bro. And then you go check out that they just dropped a recent one. You like, oh, this jump finna be fire for sure. And you go listen to it, that jump be something just trash, man, trash, bro. So Gotta watch out, man.
If I don't win on radio, if I don't get radio support, you know, if my record label decided tomorrow that they didn't want to be with me anymore, etc., etc., I still have me fans and I still have me tour.
You could literally sell. You could sell huge venues forever. You could release music forever. Own every aspect of your music forever.
Yeah.
If anything, you could. I mean, I can argue to say you'd be in a much better. Like you'd make a lot more money.
Yeah. Well, that was something. It was something before I signed with BMG. That was something that I actually thought about, kind of going out independently. But what I didn't. It's difficult. You often look to the future. No pun intended. When you're thinking about this, and actually, What I didn't want to do is go out on my own and then be sat on my rocking chair when I'm 60, 70 going, you know, maybe I should have actually had one more go with the major label. And actually my experience today, we'll see how we feel in a couple of years time, but it's been really, really positive with BMG.
Yeah, because you're also amazing and you fucking work, dude.
Yeah.
You know how many people don't work?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I've been here, there and everywhere this week, to be fair.
It's thoughts and prayers.
Thank you.
It is crazy, and the amount of respect I have for you is fucking tremendous.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Because you genuinely don't. There's so many artists who have not even achieved what your pinky toenail has achieved, who would throw hissy fits out the ass to go to any of the cities that you've traveled to in the last week, and like, I just have the most respect. It just means a lot. And also, like, you're cultivating relationships, so they better play your fucking record.
Too right, man.
Well, what we did kind of talk about that before we started. Like, what made you want to go to all these cities around America to promote the music? Because you really don't need to.
Yeah, a combination of things. I didn't expect to have a song like Bigger Than Me. I didn't have one on the first record, and what I mean by that is a real good chance at having a good, in inverted commas, single. You know what I mean?
And see, like, that's another thing too, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro, that song live gonna get loud. It's gonna get loud, bro. When he do the Bigger Than Me, bro, it's gonna get loud in there, bro. It's gonna get loud, bro. Loud. That bro, that thing's gonna get loud, bro.
And that's fucking hell, I just completely lost my train of thought. Sorry, what did you just ask?
I was asking
that
why
cannabis,
you decided to go across America.
That weed, bro, it's doing
right, so
it's doing it.
Two things. So I thought, if we've got this song Bigger Than Me that in my opinion feels like a good play, let's really try and, you know, give it everything we've got. And something I'd done on tour, and I'm going to do on the next tour as well, is try and play more, as well as the main markets, try and play more secondary markets as well. So that was kind of the intention with radio, is kind of getting out to other places. Now, the bottom line is, you know, these radio stations that I went down to, everyone's been great and everyone was lovely. But the reason I've gone there is to go and see the fans in those places. So maybe at the majority of those radio stations we did listening parties, so fans were there and they got to listen to 3 or 4 of the new songs. So it's mostly about kind of giving fans who live in one of the secondary markets, in inverted commas as we call it in the industry, just giving them that opportunity. Do I need to do that? Maybe not, but me record label are very good at kind of telling me that I do.
At the end of the day, you've already done it, and it doesn't hurt, and you build relationships with the people who live there, and truly with the radio stations.
Yeah,
it goes a long way.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hope so. But it's. I love traveling anyway. I mean, there's been a lot of traveling in the last couple of weeks, but it's just good to. It's good to see so many different fans in so many different places, definitely. And also make them feel seen. Just because they don't live in New York or LA doesn't mean I'm not going to come down and say hello, you know what I mean?
Have you felt or had the idea or the thought or the want to bring Away From Home to other cities all over the world?
Yeah, so that is the Away From Home, that's the name, mate. It always moves about.
Yeah, okay.
You've obviously not got the pun, have you? We need to work better on that. So we started in London.
Spain.
Then we went to Spain. All right. You do know your shit. Fair dude. Then we went to Spain. And then next year, I don't know why in my head it's coming to America not next year but year after. I don't know why, just instinctively that's where it's going to be.
But where?
I would love, I don't want to say anywhere because then if it doesn't go, I have somewhere in mind.
Ooh.
Is it somewhere like we wouldn't expect?
I don't know. I don't know. It depends.
Bro, he need to go to India. I got a subscriber, OG, lives out in India. They don't never come to India. She gets sad. My boy, visit India so you can make her dreams come true, bro. Cause I honestly say she's one of Louis' top supporters, man. She got the whole fan account on Instagram. Come to India, bro. Make her dreams come true, bro, for sure.
For me, the most important thing out of that,
shit.
sorry, the most important thing out
We
of that
didn't
is that it
spill
feels
no
like
water.
that it's grown since this year, which is going to be a challenge because it felt pretty big this year. Where we're going to take it next, and all I care about is that it's, you know, easily enough accessible for the fans to get to and also for the bands to play, and just somewhere visually that looks cool. But not really. I've not really got into exactly where.
How do you curate that set?
I'd love doing
lineup?
that, man. It's so sick. What, putting the set list together?
Yeah.
The band list. What do you call it?
Lineup.
There we go. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's something it's to put on a festival. It's always been a dream of mine. It's an idea I had in the band. Never quite materialised. Then the first time we did it in London last year was a free gig, and it was essentially just thank you to the fans, but also celebrating live music being back post lockdown and stuff like that. Now, putting the bands together for me, like I said before, something I've always kind of dreamed of being able to do, having that kind of control and putting a show on that's basically just all the stuff that I love. And that's what I did. Instead of kind of really trying to have too much finesse with what I was doing, it wasn't like I was trying to create a lineup that kind of fits in the middle of what I think the fans love and what I love. I just went with fully what I love. And what was amazing about that process was I watched every band in Spain, and the crowd's reaction. A couple of bands, they weren't so sure at the start, but by the end, everyone's moving, and that made me feel really proud, man. It gave me an opportunity to go, here's all the music I love, you know, take it or leave it, and they took it, they loved it.
Dude, tastemaker, but also in the same breath, giving opportunity to bands that really like wouldn't get that type of opportunity to be in front of that size of a crowd.
Maybe not at this stage in their career.
100%.
Exactly, and that's something that it's
Really special.
Yeah, man, it's always been important to me, that stuff. I think there's an element of not guilt, but, you know, because I came up in the way that I did through a reality show and obviously in the band, and, you know, I just feel like, you know, it makes sense for me to give back. You know, I of course worked really hard to get to where I've got to, but also there was an element of luck in there, right place, right time, like everyone. So as much as I can kind of help with those things, but also, like I said before, I'm a fan of these bands, so I get to watch them like live for free.
Nah, it's two birds, one stone.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited for it to come to America. I'm inviting myself. Do you actually have a penguin tattooed on your ass?
I do, yeah.
Let's see it. Just kidding.
I just looked straight at the camera there. I do. Will I show you it on camera? No, but I will say I'm going to speculate. They've got a lot of little ones. I want to say I've got between 30 and 40 little tattoos. I don't regret one of them except
Little
for that
tattoos.
penguin on my ass.
Really?
It's the least sexy thing in the world. Whenever...
Low key. Let's be real here, bro. Low key, bro. You know, yeah. Low key, bro. And that's like another thing too. I ain't gonna never get no tat, bro. You know how like, and females love tattoos. Females love tattoos. But you know how attractive a clean canvas look? Like, come on, bro. Look at my skin. It's just natural. Oh, your skin is so nice, boy. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on now. I just won't get no tattoo, bro. I'm just not gonna do it, bro. Cause when you get old, it look disgusting. Can't do it, bro.
It's
Comes
time.
the time that I do actually take my fucking trousers off. It's not fucking sexy, that shit, man.
Do you tell somebody before you take your pants off, like, hey, just so you know, you're gonna see something
a
serious?
little warning label? Yeah, I probably should, but no, I don't. Actually, I don't.
He need to get it removed,
Well,
bro.
someone's gonna love you for you,
Hey, well, exactly.
and
exactly.
Penguin included.
It was one of those things, man. It felt funny at the time. I think I lost a bet, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." I could obviously have got out of it, but it's really weird as well. Like a penguin, and he's got like headphones on. I don't know why.
That's
it's
cute.
a penguin with headphones on.
And bro, see what I'm talking about? This Zach Sang man, he keeps saying that's cute and stuff like that. Yes man. A yes man, bro. He's a yes man, bro.
My ass cheek.
So he
for no
can't
fucking
hear.
reason.
So he can muffle out the sound of you
Farting.
getting the word.
Heck no. What the heck?
What are you thinking over there?
But with the song, is it challenging to sing live because the chorus is very big?
It's fucking hard, man. It's really hard. It's like times like I remember the first few times I sang it and I just thought like I've written this. Why didn't I just write it a bit easier? You know what I mean? It's definitely the most challenging song I've ever had to sing vocally. But with that brings its own challenge. It gives me an opportunity that when I am on the ball, it gives my vocal a chance to shine, which actually on the other songs, there's not loads of moments like that. Sometimes I kind of hide behind the melody, or have done in the past, whereas there's no hiding behind a chorus like that. So it is hard to sing, but it's almost more nerve-wracking because you understand the kind of what it takes vocally. So kind of getting yourself into that mental prep, you're always thinking about how big that chorus is.
Did this song feel different when you were writing it in terms of like, because now your label thinks it's a single, it is much bigger. Did it feel different when you were creating it?
I distinctly remember when we landed on the chorus melody, and I think at that time we had the title when we're going on the day of writing it, and it did feel really exciting because, like I said, I didn't have a song like this on Walls, so I had a really good feeling about that song from the off. I probably shouldn't share this, but fuck it. Like when I first played it to record label, like a couple of them actually said that it was like too alternative. Now, when you hear the rest of my record, I think Bigger Than Me is one of the more, I hate using this word, one of the more pop moments, one of the more slightly more down the middle moments.
At least they ain't no yes man. You know, don't be no yes man, bro. Them are L's, bro. You don't need no yes man, bro. You need somebody to tell you honesty.
So it was kind of, it's funny the way that sometimes I feel like you just put a few guitars on something and record labels just go, oh, now it's alternative. But
That is true.
yeah, it really is. But you know, I had an amazing feeling in the room on that day, but I almost feel better about it now, only because I've had a couple of times, not loads, but sometimes
Hairy
when
leg,
you have
while
a
I
really
can, bro.
good
My legs are
atmosphere in the
hairy,
room
bro.
when you're writing, can properly
Sad.
blind you, and you'll think you've written an unbelievable song, and then you come back to it in 2 days' time, and it's just nowhere near as good as you remembered. So I have been conscious of that feeling
sense.
of kind of being excited in the studio and hoping that actually it's as good as you think it is in that moment. But yeah, I feel really good about this song.
I do see you as more of an alternative artist. I don't
Thank you.
want to put music or art into any box, but
Yeah.
like when I saw the show, listening to Walls, listening to what I have of this new body of work, alternative.
Yeah, here's the thing. That is who I am as a person. It's who I want to be as an artist. It's perception, man. People have this preconceived idea of who I am as an artist before they've even heard a song of mine. So that is what I'm up against. You know, like for example, even trying to get on like alternative radio over here, like in the UK, like no fucking chance. It's so fucking hard. Really fucking hard over here as well because of perception, and those things are challenging for me coming out of One Direction. It's who I am as a person.
Well,
Definitely.
Yeah, you are alternative, you are rock and roll. It exists in you, but also in your shows and the music. And I think it is twofold, right? Like here, in America, the alternative radio format has gone to such shit that it's mostly a goal-driven format, meaning they play a great deal of old music that goes really far back in catalog. So when you look at like an hour by hour breakdown of like new songs to old songs, because they've destroyed the format as a whole, they've had to rely more on like playing fucking Weezer's,
Right. Right.
Blue Sweater or whatever the fuck for literally the millionth time.
Right.
Like what?
So it is perception, but also radio here has gone to total shit.
Right.
It really has.
Think about it, bro. I do not get in my car and turn the damn radio. I get in my car, hook up the daggone cord, bro. Apple CarPlay, bro. Let's be real here. And I got subs in my back. Nobody really listens to radio no more besides your parents, bro. Let's be real here, bro. Because, you know, when cars come out daytime, yeah, with Bluetooth and stuff, but man. You know, like, bro, it's a thing, man.
Yeah.
It really has. But you are alternative. You create fucking music that is, and I don't want to put anything in the boxes, but like when I listen to your records, they don't scream pop, but also in the same breath, pop is not a genre. It's a collection of different songs from all formats that funnel into pop music.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I do think sometimes, and maybe it's the wrong kind of description, but sometimes you're right in what you just say about pop there, but I have to hear those words because instinctively it almost just means safe to me. That's how I interpret it in my head. You're right in what you say. But instinctively, kind of on the surface, when I'm thinking about something that is pop, because like even if I'm thinking in the context of a film, like if it's too pop, I don't mean it's too popular. I just mean it's too safe.
Yeah,
Do you know what
totally.
I mean?
Too vanilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very
exactly.
cookie cutter.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not cookie cutter.
No chance.
People are shoving their fingers down your throat at concerts.
Yeah, it gets intense,
Tough,
man.
I've seen.
Maybe you just got to pick up a guitar and play guitar on stage and be like, now he's a rock star.
Yeah, well, honestly, do you know, sometimes this industry kind of is funny like that. That might be all it takes. I do actually need to.
And then they'll convert them on over.
I've been playing guitar loosely for the last 4 or 5 years. I've stayed at level 1 for the last like 5 years, but
What?
I've been telling
Yeah,
myself
lying.
maybe on next tour I'll bring it out for a couple of tunes.
That's how I feel like I
Just
am
about
on the
being brave enough in that
ukulele, bro.
situation.
You nervous?
Like anything like that, you know. It's I'm comfortable doing the way I do it now, so just to add another element to it would be kind of scary. But I can't. That's how I picture myself. Like in me, if I'm speculating about where I want to be in 5 years, 10 years, I've got a guitar in my hand. Ideally, it's just about being brave enough to get up and use it.
We started this conversation, even I think before we started on air, about you got to challenge yourself. You got to get out of your comfort zone.
Exactly that, man. Yeah.
It's how you win. It's how you grow. It's how you strive.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to listen to Faith in the Future, Louis Tomlinson's most recent body of work. There's going to be a link in the description below. Did you end up releasing the track list because Amazon?
Oh, we is at 45 minutes. Bruh, I said I was going to stop at half. I got to 45 minutes, bruh. You should thank me. Thank me, bro. So, no, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. Hey, hope you guys did enjoy. Come out for, like, part 3. Last and final part, bro. I ain't going to split the last 2 part. That'd be so greedy of me. But I might do it. Psych, I'm lying. So, anyway, man, I'm finna catch you guys, man. Catch you guys next one, man. Got ADV. Then I'm playing the game for the rest of the day. I gotta do homework, but the homework can wait, bro. Come on, now, let's be real here, bro. I'm so done with school, bro. I'm so done. I graduated in May. Super excited, man. So if you guys don't come out for part 3, bro, I will be reacting to this album. For sure. Taylor Swift album come out like next weekend. It's finna be some bangers that drop, man. Alright, man. Catch you guys next one, man. Hey, catch you guys next one, man. Love you guys, man. You got new to the channel. Hit all the buttons, man. Love you guys, man. Peace out, bruh. Yeah.